So this is the Grenadier pub, where my new car, the Ineos Grenadier, got its name. And you might be asking, Alan, did you really fly all the way from Dallas, Texas to London, England, just for the intro to a YouTube video? And well, the answer to that question is yes. That's not the question you should be asking. You should be asking, Alan, did you really fly all the way from Dallas, Texas to London, England with a pickle beer for the intro to a YouTube video? Answer to that question is also yes. And to answer the question, you might also be asking is, this is just as disgusting in London as it is back home. 5 months ago, I bought this, an Ineos Grenadier. And when I bought this car, I actually had a few concerns about owning this long term. The biggest two were, can I actually tow with this car? Because, well, it has a great towing capacity, and I tow lots of stuff. This one specifically that I bought, there were some concerns whether or not it would be able to tow. And then also, long term, can I do my own maintenance on this car? And I can tell you now that I've owned it for 5 months, I actually solved one of those problems. I might have actually solved the second problem, and in solving those problems, we discovered some new problems, meaning my Ineos Grenadier has to go back to the dealer to have a couple things done to it. But today on Zero to Awesome, the things I solved, or the thing I solved and the thing I might have also solved. The first issue, the one I actually solved, is towing. So my Ineos Grenadier has pretty much every option you can possibly get. It's got rough packages and smooth packages and more switches than you could possibly ever want. Specifically, it's a field master, which means it comes with some other goodies and sound systems and all sorts of cool stuff. It has every package, options I will never, ever, ever use, but it didn't come with the tow package. And if you are considering buying a Grenadier, or if you're buying a Grenadier and you have the option to configure it and get exactly what you want, get the tow package. Even if you are never going to tow anything, get the tow package. It's a $900 option. It comes with the hitch, it comes with the wire, and it comes with special programming for the computer. I got a quote from my dealer when I was buying this car to install the tow package. They wanted $4 grand. I tried to even work it into the deal, like, hey, I'll pay you this if you put the tow package on. They wouldn't do it because they didn't know if they could actually get the parts from Ineos to install it. So it's $4 grand if you can even get the parts. The first thing I did after buying my Ineos was I took it apart and I hacked it up with some wiring and some wiring harnesses, and I followed some write-ups I saw online that were maybe half complete. And between a few different write-ups and a few different wiring harnesses and some trial and error, we got it working. I put a video out on how to actually install the wiring harness and the trailer hitch on your Ineos Grenadier, and I can tell you now that it's been 5 months and I've towed lots of things with it, it works. We're not getting engine error codes, we're not getting electrical error codes, my trailer lights work, the car's happy, we can tow. So that one is actually solved. It only cost me about 500 bucks compared to the $4 grand that the dealer wanted. Again, if they could get the parts. So the second issue is, can I do my own maintenance on this beautiful blue Ineos? And that's the one we're gonna figure out tonight if we can actually do. So this car, English company, they're made at an old smart car factory in France, and they have an inline-six BMW twin turbo motor. So I know what you're thinking, yes, it just screams reliability. I mean, Alan, you're never even gonna have to do maintenance to this thing. British car, smart car factory, BMW engine, it's gonna be fine. Why are you even worried about this? So Ineos may be suspected that there might be issues with reliability, or they want you to take this thing on a safari and be able to fix it when you're in a desert in the middle of Africa. And so when they rolled these things out and started selling them, they promised owners that owners would get access to the actual factory service manual from the factory. And now that these things have been on sale for 2 years, they're actually finally rolling out access to that manual. And I don't have access, but I've seen pictures of it. These manuals look awesome. The pictures that I've seen, they're online. They've got exploded 3D diagrams that show you all the parts and part numbers and how things go together. It'd be really great if I could get my hands on one before something breaks. And so after I bought it, I went to Ineos's website and I put in my VIN number, my contact information. And then last week, 4.5 months later, I got an email from Ineos saying, hey, you're next in line, we'll give you access to this, but we need you to send us a copy of the title with your name on it, showing us the VIN number and your name and that you actually own this car before we give you access. So I met Ineos's demand. I sent them a picture of my title showing my name and the VIN number and the fact that I own this car and that they can give me access to the manual. That was a week ago, so I don't know how long it takes for them to respond. It might be another 4 months, we'll find out. It'll still be less than a year old in 4 months, so hopefully I don't need that service manual for any major repairs. But it got me thinking that I've only owned a car in Texas, so I only know how Texas titles work. If titles work differently in different states, let me know. If they work differently in different countries, let me know. But in Texas, at least, every car I've bought, if you finance it, you don't get the title in your name until the car's paid off. So if I didn't have a title for this to send to Ineos, like if there was a lien on it and it was owned by a bank, would they not give me access? Like, I guess you can send them registration and it would have your VIN on it and your name, but they demanded a title. I sent them a title. We'll see if I get access to this mythical online user manual. That's all well and good. Hopefully sometime in the next few months I get access to this online factory service manual. I'm really looking forward to dig into it. But before that happens, I'm going to have to change the oil on this car for the first time. And you can't, well, you can change the oil, but you can't reset the oil reminder light, the light that comes on, the little thing on the computer. It tells you, hey, time to change your oil. You can't reset that yourself. You have to bring it to the dealer, have the dealer do the maintenance, which for this, your annual maintenance is about $1,200. It includes some diff changes. I can do all that maintenance myself for a couple $100. I want to do it myself, but I also don't want an oil service reminder on the whole time. And so we're gonna figure out if we can actually reset it. This is gonna get weird, just let's go with it. So this I ordered off Amazon for about 130 bucks. It is a Ansel BM700 Pro. And it looks like an OBD2 reader. It is just a mildly fancy OBD2 scanner reader. This one actually lets you do things like reset codes and clear engine lights and reset intervals for oil changes. And it's called the BM700 because it's made for BMWs, not Ineos's. No one makes a computer to plug into the Ineos that you can buy. But I found a thread on an Ineos forum saying that if you buy the BM700, not the 700 Pro, which it seems like they only sell the 700 Pro now. I couldn't find a 700. But if you buy the BM700, you can trick it into thinking that this car is a 2021 to 2023 BMW 3 Series. And once you do that, you can do things like reset your service reminder lights. So we're gonna try and trick the car into thinking that it's a different car and see if we can actually change our oil. So this write-up I found online said buy the BM700, not the BM700 Pro. Like I mentioned, I don't think they make the BM700 anymore. It's only the 700 Pro. The difference I found out is that the 700 Pro, when you plug it in, automatically reads the VIN and decides what car it is. So I think the first time we start it up, we're gonna have to go in here and turn off auto VIN recognition so it prompts us to tell us what kind of car it is. And then we say that my Ineos Grenadier is actually a 2021 3 Series. This makes perfect sense. My warranty is gonna be fine. So if we come over here and open the driver's door where someone has conveniently left a flashlight and our BM700 Pro scanner, we'll just plug this in to our OBD2 port right here. We'll take out our mid-2000s Volkswagen key, put it in the ignition, and we got some stuff to do. So the first thing this says, it gives us options. Read OBD2. There's a special for BMW section, but also oil reset, battery monitoring system reset, brake monitor reset, and code your battery to the car. These are all things that I will need to do at some point if I want to, you know, change a battery, change the brake pads, change my oil. I really hope this works. I do not want a lifetime of dealer maintenance. So let's check out this for BMW and automatically search for VIN. We don't want to do that. We want to select our own VIN. All right, a little more research was done off camera, and it says we want to select the BMW G20, G21, G28, G80, G81, not because it has the closest engine to this car, but because it has the closest ECU. So let's select it. It is communicating. Keep your fingers crossed. Communicating. I think I'll be right back. I've been sitting here for a little while working with my little computer. I checked a couple things. I perused the instructions. I've read a few posts online. I checked the return policy, and I am outside of the return window because I bought this a month ago and haven't tried it out yet. But it gives you options for different makes. Minis, which we know have BMW engines. Rolls-Royce, which I had no idea had BMW engines. None of the different makes worked. I tried different types of vehicle. Whenever we go into like the reset functions, reset battery, reset oil, reset brake sensors, it doesn't want to do any of that. So this is telling me I just bought a $130 box I can do nothing with. I mean, that money could have gone towards my first dealership service because I might have to have that done. But I really can't do any service. I can do my service, just the car is always gonna be telling me to change the oil even though I've changed the oil. So I might have to do the one thing I despise doing on this channel. When we fail at something, we punish ourselves with the most disgusting substance known to man, a pickle beer. So actually, you know what? I did buy the Ineos, but I didn't make the Ineos. So I think this pickle beer, hold on a second, I'm onto something. Turns out you can take a pickle beer, put it inside of a vacuum sealer bag, and put it in checked luggage and get a pickle beer all the way across the ocean through customs and into England without this thing exploding in your bag and making all your clothes smell like pickle beer for the next 2 weeks. And well, please ignore the George Washington costume. From what I understand, you're supposed to bring one of those anytime you travel to England, just in case the locals act up a little bit. So why do I have a pickle beer in London? Well, Ineos is a British company, and the Ineos Grenadier is a British car that was conceived, and the name came from a British pub right down the road from where we're staying. And here's the thing, it's not my fault I can't reset the maintenance service light, the oil reminder light. It's my fault for buying the car, but Ineos designed and built the car. So they have to share this pickle beer with me. So we're gonna have it at the Grenadier pub where the Grenadier got its name. And when I say at the pub, I mean on the street in front of the pub, because I doubt they're gonna let me inside with this monstrosity. This pickle beer is half for me because I'm the one who bought a car that I apparently can't change my own oil in, but also it's for the Grenadier pub, and Ineos, corporate headquarters right down the street, it's for them too. Unfortunately, the pub doesn't open till noon and it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, so this one's all me right now. I won't be able to share this disgusting pickle beer with our British friends, but you made a cool car, so thank you. And I would hate to, right here outside of the Grenadier pub and down the street from Ineos corporate headquarters, mention that I pointed out I was concerned about being able to tow and being able to do my own maintenance. And since that happened, we have some more concerns. Well, first time I washed the car, the roof started leaking. Water came down through the switch panel and onto the dashboard. Also, one of the parking sensors, whenever it gets wet, it likes to think you're about to hit something, even when you're on the highway going 80 miles an hour. So there's a couple things going on. It's about to go back to the dealer. So we'll have an update on how the Ineos is doing after we get those things fixed. And hopefully soon I'll be able to change my own oil. So I'm going to enjoy my warm pickle beer in London. And are we gonna we have dinner with the Queen, right? Oh, we have dinner with the King. That's why I brought my George Washington costume. I think it's in the hotel though. Okay. I can pick up a new one here. I'm sure they have them all over the place. Hey, Demery. We could do a whole video series that's like day one of wearing my George Washington costume in England until I get my ass kicked. But it would only last one day.
It probably would. Yeah, absolutely.
I like that we're both on the same page about that.
Yeah.